Happy Hump Day, everybody. Thank you for joining me for our weekly Wednesday Facebook live tutorial and on Instagram. So, if you are joining me on Facebook, make sure you click on the StreamYard link so I can see your name. If you're joining me on Instagram, say hi. Hey, Tasha, thank you for joining me. I thought you have a style shoot today. So glad that you're able to join us. Hi, event stage. Now, if I don't call out your name, not because I don't see you, it's just that I want to be conscientious of the time that we have. If you're joining me on Facebook, make sure you say hi. If you don't want to click on the StreamYard link, make sure you type your name so I can see who is joining me today. My name is Mayo Silvers. I am the owner of M2 Hospitality, a multiple six-figure profit event planning company. And I'm also the founder, event mentor, and coach for Events for Anyone, where we provide a mentorship program called the Unstoppable Eventrepreneur to help event planners like you to start and grow your event planning company into a multiple six-figure profit business like mine. So, who else we have here? All right. Hey, Tara, thank you for joining us. Quite a few of you is here with me today. All right, so today's topic is, should I niche down or be a one-stop shop? For those of you, so this question is something that not just new entrepreneurs, but also a question that even after being in the business for so long, you may want to reevaluate that question. The reason I say that is when I first started my event planning company, I basically am a one-stop shop, and then eventually I niche down. So this is something that you may want to go back and ask yourself after a year or two, constantly audit, okay, and then make a decision. So when you're first starting your business, right? So let's just define what does niche down means. Niche down, that means you as an event planner, you have decided that you only want to provide one type of service to one type of audience. When it's a one-stop shop, you decide to be everything for everybody, okay? Just a brief definition. And a lot of times when you're first starting your business, this question is hard to answer because of two reasons. Number one, when you're first starting your business, you may not be at a stage in your experience in planning events to know what you really like, what you really don't like. So that could be a reason why you can't decide whether you want to niche down or do it all. And another reason could be this fear that if you don't do it all, you are not going to make money. You will not be able to compete with your competitors because they do it all, whereas you are only offering a limited service. So these are the constant questions that keep swirling in their head, okay? By the way, I only have 30 minutes to talk about this topic, which is something that I would need probably a whole hour. And and also the legal complications or implications when you decide to be everything versus one thing. Okay, what are the legal paperwork that you need to have in order to protect you and your business based on where you choose to be? Okay, that's why we'll be talking about this topic at our workshop this end of the month, our 3-day Passion to Profit Bootcamp, which I'll talk a little bit about it at the end of today's session. So the easiest thing to determine, okay, the easiest path, I won't say thing, the easiest path to determine when you're first starting your business, okay, whether you should offer all different services or one type of service is the process of elimination. When you do a process of elimination, you are going to ask yourself this question, right? What don't I like to do? Okay, what don't I like to do? So that means you're not asking yourself what I like to do. You're going to ask yourself the opposite. What don't I like to do? Okay, what don't I like to do? And then you're also going to ask yourself this question, what do I like to do? Not what can I do? Okay? Big difference. So first question you're going to ask yourself is, what don't I like to do? Why am I asking the reverse? Because when you are starting your business, you may not know what you like to do. You may you may say that, I don't know, I haven't done it before, so I don't know whether I like it or not. But if you ask yourself what I don't like to do, it could be a clearer direction. You may have the same answer as well. Like, I don't know, I haven't done this, so I don't know whether I like it or I don't. So when you're thinking about all the different services, all right, just for instance, do you want to plan weddings? Do you like to plan weddings? So the answer is yes, I love to plan weddings, or no, I don't like to plan weddings, or I don't know. So there's three buckets, okay? So let's do a three bucket. Yes, I like to do weddings. No, I don't like to do weddings, and absolutely not. Or sorry. Yes, I like to do weddings. No, I don't like to do weddings. And the third bucket is I don't know. I haven't done it. Then you ask yourself the next question: do you want to do children's parties? Yes, no, I don't know. So you see where I'm going. So every single thing that you're considering offering in your business, you want to ask yourself this question: yes, no, I don't know. Yes, no, I don't know. Okay. Then those yes, no, I don't know. Okay. Yes, no, I don't know. And then you're going to further ask this question. For those yes question, yes, I like to do wedding, right? And then the no, I don't like to do wedding. And I don't know if I like to do wedding or not. Okay. So you have those three buckets. So the next thing you want to ask yourself is, what I like to do versus can I do it? So you have the bucket that says, yes, I like to do this. You also want to ask this question, can I do this? Okay, I like to do this. Can I do this? So if let's say you want to do wedding planning, you're going to ask yourself, can I do wedding planning? Do you have the skills to do wedding planning? If let's say you are a decorator, okay, you like the backdrop, you like to do backdrops, and you're going to ask yourself, can I do the backdrop? Do you have the skills to do the backdrop? Right? So the reason why I go through this process of elimination is when we are starting a business, right? We may like to do a lot of things. Okay, we may like to do a lot of things, and those a lot of things may not be things that we can do at this time. Okay, either because you don't have the skill set, a lot of times you don't have the skill set or the resource to do it or the team to help you. So the process of elimination is going to is going to narrow down the list. Okay, a lot of times the confusion comes in is, I can do this, I can do that, I can do the backdrop, I can do the balloon installation, I can do the dessert table setup, I can do wedding planning, I can do corporate event planning, I can do birthday parties, milestone events, I can do children's events. Yes, you are super talented. You can do a lot of things. So after you ask yourself the yes, no, I don't know question, you're going to ask yourself, what can you do? So once you isolate those things that you can do, you're going to ask yourself this question: do you like to do this? Do you like to do this? Okay. So you will see then the common thread is like doing a Venn diagram: 1 round, 2 round, 3 rounds, and then what lays in the middle where all overlap. So whatever is in the overlap would be something that you can do and you love to do. Okay. So those that you can do but you don't love to do will be outside. Those that you love to do but you cannot do will be outside. Those that you absolutely will not do will be outside. And those that you don't know whether you like or not is going to be outside. So in the Venn diagram, right in the middle will be those that you like to do and you can do. So that's what we call the process of elimination. Hey, Terry, thank you for joining me. So you want to be able to go through the process of elimination to find what is in that circle. Everybody clear on this, right? So I just broke it down, okay? How to know whether you should niche down or you should do it all based on what is in that overlap circle. So a lot of times you don't know whether you like it or not, okay? whether you know you like it or not. When I ask you to evaluate, can you do it? Is evaluating at this current stage when you want to launch your business, where is your skill set? Okay, at this current stage, I'm not talking about can you go learn the skills, because the reason why you will never reach to a point where you can say that I can do this, I can do that, because you can always do it, because you can always learn. But if you keep on learning and learning and learning, then you will never be ready to actually launch a business. So pick that one thing that you know you love and you can do at this time, launch the business, and then learn the other things that you love to do, but you don't know how to do at this time. So you are continuously educating yourself while the business is already going on. The mistake that I see a lot of people make is they wait and they wait and they wait, and they take a lot of classes, they learn a lot of skills because they don't feel ready to be able to launch the business. That's why I asked you to go through this exercise with me. What can you do now? And what do you love to do now? Launch the business. And then as you launch the business, things change as well. You evolve, your interests evolve, and the market evolve. So you may realize that, after you launch the business, you don't really love what you say you love. And then you switch your interest. So what is the point of investing all those time and money in all the million things, learning, not starting your business, and then you never have enough data to evaluate what should I really do? Okay. And then exactly, Veronica said, yes, always educating myself, but then you get stuck. So I actually recorded a podcast that says that the danger of overlearning. You're constantly learning, and when you're constantly learning and not implementing, you don't have anything to audit. You don't have data to audit how is your progress because you took zero action. That's the reason why we go through this whole cycle, right? Ask yourself what you love to do, what you don't love to do, and what you don't know whether you like or you don't like. Okay? So this what you don't know whether you like, you don't like, you probably will have to try it along the way. And then what you can do based on those three buckets. All right? What can you do now that you love? Do it. Okay? What can you do now and you love to do it? Launch your business. The rest will come. The rest will come. So after you determine what you really love to do and what you can do, I'm just going to give you one example. Okay? For those decorators out there, all right? For those of you who are designers and decorators, I would say mainly decorators. Decorators, you say that, I love doing draping, backdrop draping, because it allows me to create my use my creativity, and I love doing floral centerpiece. Okay, fantastic. So you invested in a backdrop draping class, you invested in a floral class, so you have the skill set to do it, and you love to do it. All right, so now you determine in that Venn diagram, in the middle part is you know you love to do floral and you love to do backdrop, and you have the skill set to do it. Okay, start your business doing that. Now, I want you to go back, okay, and think long term. Why did you start a business? You start a business because you want a freedom of time, right? You want a freedom of time. You want the business to grow to a point that you don't have to be heavily involved, and yet it still makes money for you. For those of you who says that, I start a business because I want to be paid doing what I love, correct? And then I ask the next question. Okay, you want to be paid doing what you love, right? So if people pay you money and then you have to keep working and working and working, is that the reason why you want to start the business? Normally they will say, no, that's part of the reason. The other reason I want to start a business is I want to have freedom lifestyle. I want to be able to do whatever I want, wherever I want. I want to travel. I want to spend time with my family. So I'm going to ask you, if you get paid, okay, good. You get paid good for something that you love to do, in this case, backdrop, okay? So you are involved in this, okay? Your skill set, only you are going to be doing this in your business. That means you basically just got yourself a golden handcuff. That means the business will not grow if you're sick. That means you can only do a certain number of events a day, a week, a month without getting burnout. So you have to ask yourself, does this support my long-term goal? What I say I love to do and I can do, and only I can do, does it support my long-term goal in building a business that is able to pay me, pay myself, okay, the money that I want to make, grow to a point that I don't even really have to work on the business. I have an option to decide whether I want to work in a business or not, to show up for the business. So you have to ask yourself, when you decide that this is what you want to do, is it sustainable? If it's not sustainable, what can we do? Right? So now we're not only just talking about niching down or one-stop shop, right? So if you decide that I want to be a one-stop shop, okay, I mean, the good thing is there's answer to that. All right. So if you want to be a one-stop shop, which is you want to be able to do backdrop, you want to be able to do floral, you want to be able to do the dessert table, and you want to be able to create the event design, you want to be able to plan the event. So you are a one-stop shop, right? Then you have, again, how sustainable is that? You love doing all that and you have the skill set to do all that. So they're in that Venn diagram. But how sustainable are they? Can you sustain? Can you sustain that business model, right? How are you going to sustain that business model in order to reach your income goal and your life goal, your goal that you started the business to begin with? So what can we do? So I have worked with several production house, okay? When I say production house, I probably will have to do another session to share. In the events world, there are different type of services and business structure. All right. A production house is one of them. A production house is a one-stop shop. Okay. A production house have different business model as well. So the production houses that I have done business development for is they could have a creative designer. Okay. That means the event designer. They may have a florist in-house, so they do their own floral. They may have their carpenter in-house where they custom made backdrop, okay? And they may own a few inventory such as tables and chairs, all right? But a lot of times they do not own audiovisual, which is lightings and production, because like microphones, all that, mixers, because this is heavy cost involvement. So a production house is like a one-stop shop. Some of them may even own linen. So they have a team, right? Because that one person can't be doing everything. So you as the business owner of a production house will have a big team. So they have a creative director, and then they also have an operations manager. The creative director will be the one creating the design. And then they have an operations manager who could be involved in the planning and also executing the logistics, which is telling the florist what to do based on the creative designer's ideas, telling the carpenter what to do, what design of the backdrop, and then telling the staff on the ground to pull out the linen that goes well with the theme and the furniture that goes out with the theme. So that could be your vision, right? A one-stop shop. But imagine you're just starting your business. How much capital you think you're going to need in order to do that? And I will also share with you that a lot of the production houses that I do business development for eventually relinquish the floral department, relinquish the furniture rental, relinquish all the linen, and they own zero inventory, and their staff are just service providers. That means they create the event design, and they also do the production, which is overseeing all these vendors. They subcontract all the vendors. So on the surface, okay, they are known as the production house. People go to them as a one-stop shop. M2 Hospitality is one of them, okay? We are a one-stop shop where my client comes to me and say that I have a gala dinner. I need to have a 5-piece or 10-piece band, live entertainment. I have 100 tables, 100 guests. We need specialty linen, furniture, we need floral, and we need a specialty backdrop. So I don't own any of those, but I'm a one-stop shop. I can plan the event for them, but I call all my vendors who specialize in all these services. So you have to ask yourself, if you want to be a one-stop shop, how can it be a business model that is sustainable? So it's sustainable for me because I am not the one physically doing all that. I have all my vendors. So I can basically have 4 gala events a night and not worry about a thing. So you have to ask yourself, okay? So when you're first starting, the process of elimination, what I just went through, is going to be very helpful. And also, you want to ask yourself, sustainability, all right? How do we sustain this business in terms of profit and also in terms of lifestyle? And the third question you can ask yourself is, how much resources do you have in terms of time and money and energy to be able to execute this and execute this now? All right. So this is a lot of information to be crammed in 30 minutes today. Hopefully you're able to get some nuggets of it. So if you have gotten some nuggets, as usual, give me a heart and a heart emoji, a thumbs up. Let me know that you now have a better idea what you need to do. Again, if I were to sum up this whole session, I would say, look at what you love to do, okay? And what you can do now, and just do it. The rest will come, okay? The rest will come. If you continue to sit and think and wonder and take more classes, do more learnings, you will never get to a point that you're confident enough to do anything. You need to take action, okay? Once you take action, you have data to evaluate. You have something to ask yourself, do I really like this? Do I want to continue with this? What have I learned in this process? And then you have learned a path, and that path is repeatable for the next thing you're going to do. All right? Okay, so quick announcement. This coming end of the month, March 28th to 30th, we have our second Passion to Profit Bootcamp for the year. This is one of the topics that we'll be talking about. Should we niche down or be a one-stop shop? How can we create a business model that is sustainable? And then we talk a little bit about, if you're going to be a one-stop shop, what are the legal paperwork that you need to have to support that? If you're going to niche down to one thing, right? How are you going to market yourself if you're going to be known for that one thing? And what's the legal paperwork for that? All right. And then we also will be talking about, based on what you want to do, whether a one-stop shop or that one thing, where should you be investing your money? Okay, where should you be investing your money in your stage of the business so that it gets the highest return financially and also on your time and your energy? So based on your different stage in your business, you have different investment options. So we'll be talking about that as well. And on the third day, we'll be talking about, how do we recoup back this money? How do we know, are we recouping? How do we measure our ROI for every single investment that you do? So we're going to be talking a lot about money, and we'll be talking about business structure, type of services that you should be offering. And this time round, we are also offering some of our products and programs that I have not launched before. So you might want to join us to learn what they are, and it's going at an insanely low price. So because I know we're going to hit into a recession, so I want to be able to make things more accessible for all of you. Got to come on to our bootcamp to learn what they are, and then I also have live-only bonus. So make sure that you come on. If you want to register, if you're watching this on replay, #replay. If you want to register for the bootcamp, DM your concierge to get the Zoom link and the workbook. If you don't know who's your concierge, just comment register and we will get you all set up. Okay. Thank you so much for your time today. Somebody just wrote, yeah, I have done a couple of events, and you know, right now you don't want to do kids' parties. Exactly. When you don't know, you got to take action. And then once you take action, you expose yourself to different types of events. That's when you realize that, I really don't like this. I have clients who told me, inside our mentorship program, I never would do weddings. I don't like to do weddings. Guess what they're doing now? Weddings. Okay. So they're doing weddings because they realized that they had a perception about what weddings are all about. And then they realized that the money is very good as well. So they found something they like about doing wedding planning or decorating, that they are able to make a lot of money at, and also they're able to enjoy the whole process. So don't say never or don't say no until you try it. All right. All right. Thank you so much for your time today. And we will not have our weekly Wednesday next Wednesday. I will not be teaching live, but we'll be dropping a video, right? Because I'll be on vacation. We'll be dropping a video. And then don't forget to sign up for our Passion to Profit Bootcamp end of the month. See you all. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye.